everybody, this is TJR.
This is Superfan.
We're just hanging out with the little guy here, and something kind of weird happened today. I was kind of putting some new CDs into the CD rack collection, kind of just getting them organized in with the rest of them. And our CD collection goes way back
Oh yeah.
because when we first started living together, we both had our own separate CD collections that we brought, and we kept them separate at first, and then
Yeah, I didn't
slowly,
know how much I liked you.
we merged them together, and now they're completely merged into one collection. And so I was, like I said, putting in some CDs that some recent purchases, and getting them in their proper place alphabetically. And I came across this CD right here. And there's a reason why there's a piece of paper here. I'll explain in a moment. But this album is called Pure, and it's by a group called the Golden Palominos. And I looked at this CD and I thought, okay, this is not mine. I don't recognize this. It must belong to Superfan. So I said to her, I assume this is yours. And I showed it to her. And she was like, no.
No?
Yeah. And I said, well, it's not mine. And I was like, are you sure you don't remember this? And
No.
yeah, said no.
It might be mine still. Who knows? I
Well,
have I have a lot of like stuff that was promo and you
most
know.
of those were records though, because that's when you worked at Music Plus. Records were still a thing.
Yeah, but
CDs, not so much,
I
if at
still
all.
I still had friends.
Hmm.
You know who I'm talking about.
Okay, and they gave you stuff.
And they gave me stuff.
This doesn't look like a promo because I don't see anywhere on this that it's a promo. But they could have still gotten you an actual copy. But neither of us, and neither of us.
And it may be something that we picked up at the, you know, in a bin of inexpensive CDs where you buy multiple, buy three, get one free, and that was our free one. It could have been something like that.
But I am so conscientious of what's in the collection and what's not, that if it was something that we didn't want anymore, I would have gotten rid of it. I would have traded it for something else. I was very much in that mentality, and I don't believe it was. It might have been something that someone loaned to us that we forgot about. It might have been something that someone came over and brought over and
Maybe
left
you
it
should check
behind.
with Robert and see if it's his.
I will. I'll ask him. But so we both were just like, who is this? And we played it and listened to it. I'll be honest, I don't ever remember hearing this before. Did you?
No,
Yeah.
not at
Now,
all.
I liked it.
Yeah,
It was good.
really good.
It was very kind of hypnotic,
Atmospheric, yeah.
ambient, female vocalist. Um, you had said that her voice kind of reminded you of the lead singer of the Sundays.
Yeah.
And it just had a nice kind of spacey hypnotic vibe to it. And so we listened for a while and we just decided, okay, let's find out who this band was or are. Are they even still together? And and I'm going to be reading here from the internet. Um, by the way, the internet is this invention that we just both discovered. It's really neat. You should check it out. And it says here the Golden Palominos were an American music group headed by drummer, producer, and arranger and composer Anton Fier. If I say it right, it's Fier. They formed in '81. The Palominos' membership has been wildly elastic, with only bassist Bill Laswell and guitarist Nikki, if I say this right, Scopoletis, hopefully I've said that right, appearing on every album through 1996. Their final work, 2012's A Good Country Mile, features vocalist Kevin Kinney. Um, so this particular album that we have here, entitled Pure, let me go to discography
I
real
want to
quick.
say 94.
94, you're right. It came out in 94. After this, it was their, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, seventh album. And they released another album in 96, and then there was a huge period of time where there was just nothing from them, and they released a final album in 2012. It says here that much of the Golden Palomino's work has become increasingly hard to find, and compilations do not provide a complete overview of their work. So I guess this album is rather rare. I'm guessing this one probably even more rare. And this is why we have the little sticker here, the post-it note on it here. This album cover, basically, if we remove this, we have a woman's breast, a naked breast. And while we personally don't see anything wrong with showing a naked woman's breast, that's just the way we are here in the United States. Basically, we have issues with that. I've never understood it. But this album,
Yeah, there are schools right now in Florida where you can't show the David.
you can't show the Statue of David. That's right. And that's really crazy. That's insane that we've regressed this far back in some places. At any rate, though, apparently this cover is rare. And some places refuse to carry it, or they change the cover out and made changes to it so that you didn't see a naked breast when you took it home. But anyways, though, apparently each album was like a different experiment, and their sound would change from album to album. Different members would come in and out. And this album here, it states here, is seen by many as the band's most focused work. So I guess we're listening to one of their more consistent, stronger albums. Owing much to the strong contributions, once again, of Carson, Laswell, and Scopoletis, tracks such as No Skin and Pure continued in the dance ambient style of the previous album. And it was also the first album. Oh, no, it says here Pure was the last Palomino's album record for Lori Carlson, who sings the lead vocals on it. Anyways, though, yeah, I enjoyed this album quite a bit. I thought it was really good. But probably the most, what's the word I should look for? Disquieting?
Yeah, disturbing.
Yeah, aspect that we discovered as we read about this band was that basically their leader, who is the drummer, who formed the band, Anton Fear. Maybe it's pronounced
Yeah.
Fire, but I think it's
No,
pronounced
it's
Fear.
Fear.
Apparently, he died last year on September 2022 at the age of 66 in Switzerland. And he died of assisted suicide. He was not suffering from a terminal illness, but wanted to die on his own terms after feeling he had accomplished everything he could in life. And guitarist Nicky Scopoletis was the executor of his state. We thought that was just really strange that anybody would do that. I mean, one of my bandmates, Robin Nivens, who was the female backup vocalist in the band Project True,
and on all your
and was
CD
also sang backup
releases.
vocals on my albums too. She died, sadly, too young of cancer. She was a very talented vocalist. And her attitude was, as long as there's breath in me, I'm going to stay alive and be with my family, because she had a husband and kids, for as long as I possibly can. For as long as God will allow, I will stay on this earth. I will just, till the very end. Now, with that said, I will not judge anybody who has a terminal illness that is going to end painfully. I will not judge them for wanting to take part in suicide, especially if they have no immediate family, like children or anything like that.
No,
but I
don't believe that he had wife or kids.
It doesn't, from what I read here, I can't find anything that says he does. But still, it just struck us as very disturbing and disquieting that somebody would decide to do that. And then I found some information here where he said his friends reported that he had money troubles and injuries, which hampered his drumming, and had discussed the possibility of ending his life for several years. And still, it's disquieting.
Yeah.
It's very disquieting. But that was just kind of a disturbing thing to find out about this band that we, like I said, prior to finding the CD today, neither of us knew a damn thing about. And
Well, we knew something about it because we had it here, but
neither of us could remember anything about them. So we, in a sense, knew nothing.
yeah.
We knew nothing because neither of us remembered having this, how we got it, why it was here, or anything about what they sounded like. And when I played the CD, neither of us had that moment where we went, "Oh yeah, I remember this." No, we knew
Yeah.
nothing about this group. It's probably going to be forever be a mystery how this ended up in our collection. And like I said, I have always been very like nothing stay. I figured this had to be yours because nothing stays in my collection unless I really want it. So I figured it had to be yours, but you don't remember it either. And like you said, maybe one of your friends gave it to you as a promo or something, and you just stashed it away, forgot about it. That's highly likely. Maybe a friend
Yeah.
loaned it to us. Who knows? But
We'll do some checking on that.
yeah,
See if
I'll ask
somebody's
Robert because
missing.
he would be probably the primary person
That
that
would have loaned us something.
yeah that might have said you got to listen to this, and then for whatever reason, both of us forgot about it. I'll
But
ask him.
that being said, this came out well before
We were
we were
doing
doing
music
the
worth
show.
buying.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 90s. So who knows? Um,
But it is rare, so we're
yeah,
not letting it go.
it's very rare apparently. Yeah, and I liked it. It was good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna import it onto my drive into my music so it's synced to my mobile device with all the rest of my music. I'm gonna do that. Anyways, though, have you ever heard of this group or any of their music? Um, is there a second album that you would recommend? Because now that I've heard this, I think it's really good. And oh, and that's another thing I should add. I tried to look them up today on Tidal. I could find some individual what they call top tracks, a couple of EPs, but none of their albums. So
Well, yeah, that's why it's rare.
yeah,
Is
you can't
because
even
you
find it
can't
on
find them.
streaming, much less the physical product. So, but if you have a recommendation, let us know. It'll be hard to find, but maybe we'll be on the hunt for it. Be on the lookout because I really enjoyed this,
Yeah.
and you did too. Anyways, though, just thought we'd share that little story. Has this ever happened to you before? Tell us your story. As always, if you like these videos, be sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon. A big shout out to the patron supporters.
You are fierce and mighty.
Patron supporters receive exclusive weekly videos not available on this channel. And if you can't be a patron supporter, we understand. Just hit like. That goes a huge, tremendously long way in helping this channel. And be sure to share these videos with anyone you think might be interested in checking them out. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye-bye.